Power outages, whether it's a power outage because of the heat wave that's out west, the hurricane season down here in the south or along the east coast. Maybe then you get into the winter months and the ice storms knock out all the power lines. Or just like my mom the other day, a tree branch fell on a power line. She was out of power for 24 hours. And let me tell you, it is hot down here in Florida. You can now, and the most thing I was worried about is she has a freezer full of food, right? And I was so worried that that was going to all melt. You do not have to worry. You will have incredible peace of mind with my superpower. It's from Ecoflow. This is the River 600. It is a completely portable power station. This is the power. This is such power, it is absolutely insane. You can plug in, are you ready? Up to 10 devices. I know we have a fan here, I wish we didn't. I actually wish we didn't because it implies that this has just a little bit of power. This will power a refrigerator, okay? Plug your microwave in here. This will even do some of your heated devices, which a lot of the others will not do. But this will do up to 80% of the kitchen appliances appliances in your home. This will power. It will power it for a long time because it is so incredible the way battery technology has completely changed. I talked about it all weekend because I'm fascinated by the way that I can now get rid of the generator that is sitting in my mom's garage that she's never gonna use because it requires gas and she's by herself now. And it's just like, she can't possibly do all that. She doesn't need to. The power's out, plug in the refrigerator, okay? Her phone was out, plug in the phone so that she can use her phone. And we have 5 flex payments on this, $60, free shipping and handling. The final day we are offering it at this featured price. Justin Hyatt, this has become one of my passions. And I know it's crazy, but I sit around tables at dinner and I sit, you know, especially down here in Florida, we're constantly talking about the hurricane season. I don't care where you are though, you know, it's always something. But it could just be a branch falling in my mom's neighborhood. 16 houses were affected. She just happened to be one of them. 24 hours later, you know, she still didn't have power. I mean, you need this, you want it, and you'll find that you use this for even more than just emergency situations.
Yeah, exactly. Emergency situations, the fun stuff, and we're going to take you through the whole entire gamut. You were talking about superpowers. We've all been watching all the superhero movies. You finally get those superpowers with your Ecoflow. It's one of the lowest prices we've ever done. It's the first time we've been back since March. June 1st, just kicked off hurricane season, and it didn't take long. We've already got that storm that's going to be named today that's going to be hitting the Gulf Coast. You were talking about your mom. I was laughing because the same thing happened to us. Out of 10 houses, we lost power for a full day, and it went from about 70 degrees in the house to 90 degrees in what felt like an hour, and it was brutal. So how nice would it be able to plug in a fan? But how do you do it? If you live in an apartment or a condo, what is your plan? And what about your refrigerator? How much food do you have in your refrigerator? How much money have you spent in food that's in your refrigerator now? You can plug in 80% of the home appliances that you have right now in your home to your Ecoflow, and this is the smallest, most compact, and affordable of all of them. This is the River 600, and you can still do the big stuff. So I just want to show you, refrigerator's off. If you're in an apartment or a condo, how nice would this be?
This
you can
is
plug
crazy.
in your refrigerator and now get all of that food back to being cold again and staying cold instead of wasting all that money that you've just spent. In fact, you probably have as much money in your refrigerator right now than you'll be spending on your Ecoflow.
Without question.
But the big thing that we were talking about, Alice, is it's not just doing the big stuff, it's doing the heating elements that separates Ecoflow. Because what you can do now is you can do up to 1,200 watts. And a lot of the other power stations that you're going to see out there only go up to about 500. This goes up to 1,200 watts. So we can do kind of high wattage things like, for instance, a blender, which I'll just plug in really quickly. Now, this might not be something that you're going to use, but I just want to show you it's going to work with no hiccup. And how about waffle makers? Now, I can tell you this thing gets hot because taking the waffles out, I've burnt myself a couple of times. But how nice would it be that you're outside and you don't have to be in your kitchen? You can be cooking with a hot plate. You can be out camping. You can be out at those springs like you and Callie were talking about and cooking some waffles instead of having to worry about how are we going to make waffles over a fire. You can do it just like that. And one of the things that we have, I don't think that's going to work so well. And one of the things that we have over here is a countertop oven. Think about cooking your food and staying warm, which I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. I'm just going to turn the timer up so you can see this kick on. And now I want to talk about staying warm, because one of the biggest things and the biggest reasons why we lose power in this country is winter storms, the ice storms, the rain, the sleet, the snow. Now you can actually use a space heater with your Ecoflow. And in fact, even if you want to go glamping, you can even use a hair dryer, so you can keep your hair looking very nice while you're out camping too, because I know that's extremely important. But how about lights and fans? You can plug in a fan and a light and have those powered up for 8.5 hours. If you lose power, do you lose internet? Not anymore. You can actually have your Wi-Fi plugged in. And this is one of the biggest things, because I know a lot of you, our customers, medical devices are extremely, extremely important. This is a $700 CPAP machine. It can go to be, it's worthless if you lose power. You can have your CPAP machine plugged into your Ecoflow for 10 hours. So you'll make it through that night perfectly fine without having a hiccup with that as well. I think that just goes to show you the power. And one of the cool parts about the Ecoflow is that it's a UPS. It's an uninterrupted power source. So what you can do is you can have your CPAP machine plugged into your Ecoflow while your Ecoflow is also plugged into the wall. So when you lose power, you'll never know. You'll make it through the whole night and realize, oh, what, did we lose power last night? Yes, you did, but you didn't lose power with Ecoflow. And I want to mention really quickly too, Alice, the extra battery. Because if you want to get more time on your refrigerator, you can get it up to 3 hours on your refrigerator. You can double your power and double your capacity with that extra battery that we're offering, which is the first time that we're actually offering that extra battery that you can easily plug into your Ecoflow. And I'll show you exactly how to do that in just a second.
Okay, and I want to also remind you that you may not know that we sell a solar panel that will work back with this. So if you want a complete never-ending cycle of power that you never have to worry about plugging in, get the solar panel with this. We have a few hundred, I think, to go around. This thing is so smart, because once you have that solar panel, then